Hi, my name is Kelly Feinstein Johnson. I'm an advanced baby wearing educator with BWI Denver and the Front Range, formerly of BWI Tucson, which is where this request is coming from. And I'm going to show some tricks about wearing a newborn in a ring sling. I'm not going to go over all the basics of safety. These are just some tweaks to make the ring sling, which tends to be big, and the newborn, which tends to be small, fit better and more comfortably. So one of the big issues is that the baby either slumps off to the side or they're competing for room on the chest between where the baby is and where the rings are. So to fix those two things, I'm going to show a way to roll the top rail into a towel to take up some width in the carrier and make it fit better, as well as some tricks to keep the rings in the correct corsage position. So the first thing is, once you put the ring sling on, make sure it's not twisted, and put those rings on top of the shoulder you're going to wear on. Not in front of, keep them on top as if they were shoulder pads. Now, one of the problems is that we get way too much slack in the back. So before you even put your baby in, you want to spread the ring sling down, make sure it's spread across the back, and pull it tight to get the slack out. This way, when you're tightening, you're only tightening what's in front, not what's on your back. To keep it in place, just pin it with your arm. So just hold that arm down and it will hold all of that where it's supposed to be. So next thing you do is you take your baby, bring them up to the opposite shoulder of the rings as if you were going to burp them. Put them down into the ring sling. Put them down into the seat. Take the bottom rail and make a seat. So you're going to take that bottom rail and tuck it up between them and you. They may be legs in, they may be legs out. It depends on the baby's preference. So make sure you have a nice seat. And what you'll see, because I have a doll and not a real baby, I can do this, is that I have way more fabric than I have baby. So I'm gonna show you a trick for dealing with that. So once you get the baby in and the seat made, you want to keep a nice kind of firm grip on the wrap that goes across your back. Bring it across the baby's body so you're bunching it all over on the side by the rings. So get as much over by the rings as possible, and then you're going to tighten strand by strand. You're going to pull forward in front of you or down, not across your body. That'll shift the rings too much. And so what you're aiming for is that the rings will creep slowly down the front of your shoulder, so it'll end up in the corsage position and not competing with the baby for space. See, and if I have any other slack in here, I can just feed it through and around. So I just pull it across the baby, I pull it over to the rings, and then I find where it corresponds to in the tail and pull it through. Okay? And I still have way too much ring sling and not enough baby. So this is where you take a burp cloth or a diaper or even a washcloth, because they're small, roll it into a skinny log, and then you take the top rail and fold it over that little towel. Now what that does is it gets the ring sling out of your armpit, which is always nice, but it also reduces the width of the ring sling body, which means you aren't going to be fighting with as much when you have the baby in. So it makes it so it customizes to fit the baby a little bit better, gives them some nice neck support, takes up any slack you might have, and it supports their head a little bit better. So you can see high, tight, I can see the face, rings are on the shoulder, baby is in the middle, not slumping and not fighting for space with the rings. Thanks!